Good afternoon, everybody. It's March 1, 2025, and check out my phone camera vibrating. Yeah, I'm telling you, the perverts that are, that were fired at the NSA, they're everywhere. Those perverts, they're everywhere, especially the Freemason Club, the Freemason Loser Club. The people that tap into your private information, your phones, and broadcast you, whatever. So this is evidence. This is also an evidentiary video that my phone is being tampered with. My phone camera, right? My phone camera is being tampered with. So, and this is a mini hand painting of a rooster. I'm not even sure who did this. I have it a couple of years. I purchased it on eBay. It's called an ACEO. So here we go. There's a question that I answered on Quora. Is gang stalking a real phenomenon, or is it just portrayed in movies and TV shows? So I responded to it, and then today I received a response from a Quora member. But before I get into that, please remember to hit the thumbs up. It helps the channel grow and get the message out there. But also, I just want to give you a heads up that, Richard Moore, USAGSA, he's been exposing cops, mostly in Mississippi and Louisiana and stuff, for, most of the time on his channel. So now he's decided to make a little bit of a change. And now he's progressed to exposing lawyers. Those lawyers. Well, I don't know. I don't know which is better or worse. I mean, there's so many of them. I mean, I can provide him with channel content for the next 6 months, actually, between New Jersey and Kentucky, between lawyers and judges, and even higher level officials, but I don't really want to get in that much trouble. I'm in trouble. I'm already targeted, and these lawyers, they're nasty and vicious. So, yeah, but I've got enough lawyer content to keep you busy for 6 months, Richard. But anyways, gang stalking a real phenomenon, or is it just portrayed in movies and TV shows? So I responded, gang stalking is very real. But the people involved gaslight and discredit your experience. That is how you know that they're involved. They're often a paid informant, a rat snitch, and these people are paid under the table in their very lucrative side hustle. Often the targeted person has qualities and traits that the person who calls the hit envies or is jealous of. Often gang stalking happens when a person, an organization, or a group attempts to annihilate competition, as that competition threatens the identity or business of the person or persons that called the hit. 70 to 80% of those targeted are single women living alone, which tells you something about the mindset of the depraved community stalkers. And I'll just add the little loser cowards. Show your face, little loser cowards. Come on. I'm just, a senior citizen. Show your face, you little weenies. In addition, many of these women possess gifts that allow them to be financially self-sustaining without a partner. Jealous people can't create for themselves, so they have to steal from others, and many individuals calling the hit are malignant narcissists, psychopaths, or at the very minimum, diagnosed personality disorders. And I should add in here, undiagnosed personality disorders. That pathology is so pervasive, and they have learned over their lifetime how to abuse others. Also, there is a portion of society, and I believe that this portion of society is growing, that derives pleasure in inflicting pain upon others. Sadism exists in the depraved minds of many stalkers, and I've written or I recorded a video called my theory is that targeted individuals are a paraphilia for the gang stalkers, and I will hopefully link that video to this video. Oh, do you notice it stopped wiggling? It stopped wiggling. My video, look, you see it stopped wiggling. So now here's the response, just 4 hours ago. So she took one of my sentences and highlighted it, where I said they're often a paid informant, a rat snitch, and these people are paid under the table in their very lucrative side hustle. She responds, the above statement couldn't be more accurate. Many of the organized criminals who participate in this government stalking, ultimately, the slow kill of innocent people, do have quote-unquote real jobs, and lucrative ones at that. These ones receive, as you mentioned, lucrative side hustle pay as well. Seems they enjoy flaunting their extra income for their bad acting. This is why you see here in Jackson County, Kentucky, where the median income is around $34,000 to $36,000 a year, and they've got vehicles that cost $60,000 a year. Please make this make sense. And they're new. They're also ones who are on the record with facts of arrests that make them unemployable to most companies. Keep in mind that this is why many people become self-employed. These people are well liked by the three-letter agencies. The agencies have well profiled these people and know they will be great candidates to serve this sick million-to-one stalk of one person and or family. They've been arrested for many a felony or multiple arrests. Really, any high or lower level crime will do, so long as the profile of the person fits the agency's needs. You know, like psychopathic, narcissistic, sadism. The ones with criminal records do need to keep it looking as if they aren't receiving funding due to their arrest and quote-unquote agreement to stop the crime that made them money prior to the invite from the government. The ones with quote-unquote real jobs, however, are often closer in relationship to the three-letter agency. Not all, of course, but many. They all tie together when the chain of command is close to them in nature, such as a townies, all the little townies that grew up together or know each other via government jobs or the Freemason meetings and or our family. You know, just like here in Jackson County, Kentucky. For example, say it's DHS. For those who don't know, DHS is the Department of Homeland Security, or a judge and the police department. These participants well know each other, and they coordinate in ways that other than the ones who are simply told to follow a person can in a car. Their families are involved with them. They have more advanced ability to harm a person than the average Joe that's not on that team or level of perpetrator. The above are the ones who are able to access the military weapons. You know, the ones that are being used against us. They all think that they're immune to the laws of the country. So I'm going to add something here just as an example. And for any of you who haven't seen, you might have heard that here in Kentucky, in another town, Elector, I think it was Elector County, a sheriff took out his pew-pew and shot a judge. Shot a judge who is like allegedly, like a friend of his, a buddy of his. However, they shared a dark secret together, and that the sheriff had a bunch of coppers that were perverts. Yeah, and they were taking the women, you know, the women who were arrested and stuff, and coercing them into sexual activity. And they were under the misguided belief that that would prevent them from going to jail or lessen their time there. Well, evidently the judge had an ethical moment in his lifetime, in his ruling lifetime. And he ruled against these deputies. I mean, what the deputies did was literally wrong. And in addition, it should not be done on taxpayer dollars, right? I mean, listen. The cops, you know, these cops, they're perverts, okay? So they're on the beat all night long. They don't get to see their wives or girlfriends, and they're horny as hell. And plus, they're drinking energy drinks and doing, what do you call those shots? I'm forgetting what it is at the moment. I mean, somebody at my gym had died because he did these shots to increase their energy level. And and these are young guys, so they've got their needs and they want to get them met through whomever they arrest. And you know how they pat them down and stick their hands between the legs and all that nice, disgusting stuff that they have to do as a police officer. These poor guys. Don't you feel so sorry for them for have to stick their hands between somebody's legs and feel up women and feel their breasts and stuff? I feel so sorry for them. But anyway, here in Lecter County, the sheriff shot the judge. You know that song, I Shot the Sheriff, but I Did Not Kill the Deputy? Well, here, it actually did happen. The sheriff shot and unalived the judge. Now, the stupid rumor was that the judge was doing something with a sheriff's daughter, which was a crock of BS. I mean, come on. Anybody that believes that garbage... I just don't get it. But anyway, if you want to find out about all the crime that happens in these little communities where their families are involved, they all have the same last names, and they all know each other and grow up together and participate and everything, go to the YouTube channel Hillbilly Crime. Her name is Elizabeth, and she's right here in Kentucky, and she exposes all the criminals in Kentucky. It's quite interesting. It's no different in other countries, other cities and states and stuff, but the kinds of methods that are utilized here are a little different, because a lot of what happens here in Kentucky, like I haven't quite seen like the New Jersey cops sinking this low, okay? Or maybe they're just covering it up better. I don't know. Maybe they're more educated in New Jersey. Some of the cops actually have master's degrees. So, yeah, some of them actually do have master's degrees. So maybe they just have the ability to cover it up better in New Jersey than here in Kentucky. So anyway, so now let me see. There's one more answer to this question. And the person says, well, yes, it's very real. And it's very well documented history. This is the FBI COINTELPRO operations that, though exposed after running for many decades in secrecy, it never ended. The same crimes are taking place: stalking, break-ins, drugging, poisonings, fabrication of evidence, false imprisonments, assassinations in the modern program, which has ran in near secrecy until 2 to 4 years ago. Now, mind you, this response is 4 years ago. 4 years ago. So this is 2021. And he's saying in 2 to 4 years ago, we find the same crimes taking along with many victims reporting being drugged and then, raped, and the break-ins occur, sexual assaults, or just the assault and raping of victims. Even with these horrendous assaults being carried out on innocent victims, this program continues. And the stalking and crimes committed against them continued. And this is for educational purposes only. I'm merely reporting some news, some facts that I've stumbled across. This is not my opinion in any way. And then another person writes, I recommend reading the Ted Gunderson legal affidavit, available easily online. As a former FBI chief and director nominee, Gunderson brings great experience and credibility to this topic. He attests that the government targets individuals with organized gang stalking 24 hours a day, and even participates in child and drug traffic lights to help fund this diabolical horror. Terry Albury, Gerald Sosby, Stephen Friends, Kyle Seraphin, all on the FBI agree. So do William Binney and Karen Stewart, retired NSA intelligence analysts. Please research these heroic whistleblowers. And let's see. And it says, avoid unqualified shills on Quora who are paid to call this hate crime a quote-unquote paranoid schizophrenia. These perpetrators include, I don't know if I'm going to name these people out loud, these people on Quora, but I know who these people are. I've actually blocked these people. And there are several newer shills who are rewarded under the table for trying to hide these domestic terror schemes, which are based on Stasi Zersetzung tactics. Stasi Zersetzung tactics. Another person says, I feel the level that these people do the harassment is definitely committing a hate crime. But how do you prove that you are not mentally ill and the people are in fact harassing, stalking, and spying on a person? Oh, this is easy. This is cakework. You record them harassing you. You record them throwing trash on your property. You record the fact that skinned, tortured animals were stuffed in your mailbox. Is that mental illness? No. This is reporting a bona fide crime committed against an innocent person. How about my neighbor wearing a black ski mask in the month of May, driving his John Deere tractor onto my legally surveyed property and tearing down my gate? The only person there that's mentally ill is that person wearing a black ski mask in the month of May. Come on, that is ridiculous. I mean, come on. If you're going to commit the crime in broad daylight, take off your damn mask. We already know who you are. Just follow the trail marks of the John Deere tractor next door. Right? So, anyway, this is Lorraine Alternative. I could go on and on about this, you know? But I've collected so much evidence against my neighbors, it's just ludicrous. And besides the fact that I've already filed a complaint with the Attorney General, you know, and with all the evidence there. And then what happens? They took down my Muck Rock 41 FOIA requests, public FOIA requests. You know, in Muck Rock, they're all in bed with the feds. Beware, beware, beware. And also they receive money from the Zuckerberg family. Yeah, they are alleged 501c3 nonprofit, but when I requested some information from them and via certified letter, they refused to sign for my certified letter, return mail, you know, undelivered, and were non-responsive. And the last time I looked, they were missing like 4 years of tax returns online. That's enough to get their nonprofit shut down. I mean, they're big. They've taken a lot of money. We're not talking about these little tiny nonprofits like me, you know. We're talking about they collect big bucks. And I guarantee they're making even more money by taking down 41 public corruption FOIA requests. I wonder who paid them off. Maybe it was Jackson County. Could it have been the Attorney General's office? No, it was probably Ross Murray. It could have been Ross Murray. You know, he's a lawyer, and he likes to cover things up. You know, gaslight me, protect the neighbors, trespassing the property. And that's what lawyers do. So, Richard Moore, I've got an addition for you. You want a corrupt lawyer? Come on down. Interview me once again. I'll give you all the corruption stuff, like all the information that I had a signed witness statement and that my witness was coerced and threatened to no longer testify against me and then perpetrate crimes against me. That's right. Yes, they actually co-opted this guy that I paid $30 an hour. Yes, $30 an hour to do work on my property. They co-opted him to damage some of my equipment and property. Yeah. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading, exposing one criminal at a time. The mentally ill people are the people warring against a single person, slandering them, lying, trespassing, throwing trash on their property, flying their drones over your property, gaslighting you, taking down public FOIA requests to cover their corrupt butts. So anyway, please leave a comment down below. I will have my live stream tonight approximately, I'm going to say approximately 10 p.m. Eastern time. And I look forward to seeing you there. I'm not sure what the topic of the night will be. Perhaps if you've got some topics you'd like to address, we'll address that. I do have books that I can read from, lots of books to read from. So I'll see you then.